everybody, I am Tony Carreri.
And I'm Chris Carreri with Lakeland's Realty,
where we live the life we sell. We're here today with Michael and Krista Strauss, who come to us from Florida. Man, we are so glad you guys are here, living the dream with the rest of us.
Well, hang on one second. They didn't just come from Florida. They actually flew themselves in from Florida and saw some property, and we're back at dinner time in Florida. Pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a great way to travel.
It's one of the great things about coming up here.
And we appreciate you guys picking us up at the airport.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yes, we're here for you. You know, full service real estate is our motto.
Yeah.
It's our motto.
Still full servicing.
Still full service, absolutely. But we want to thank you for joining us and talking just a little bit. And tell us kind of what's your first impressions with Lake Greenwood. You guys have been here about a month now.
Almost two.
Almost two.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun and living the dream.
We've had a lot of fun in 2 months.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, yeah, we have.
But what's your first impressions of the lake, and tell us what you think.
Wow. You know, we didn't have any particular lake in mind. We were just kind of looking for a house on a lake. We looked at a couple different lakes, and once we got to this lake, it was game over. I mean, I think hooking up with you was a big part of that because you know so much about the lake and you're able to point us in some great directions.
Oh, thank you for that.
You know, just you too, Chris. I mean, it's just it's indescribable. And we try to go home and try to describe this place to our friends, and we can't.
We just have to have them come here.
Right.
That's
so
right.
So then they show up.
So we had a whole house full.
Yeah,
this weekend.
had
last week, and
they had a birthday party. Had about a bunch of people here, and we came early and stayed late and had a great time. Beautiful sunset, one of the best sunsets.
Oh,
my
yes,
gosh.
it was.
Yeah, it's
Holy
amazing.
cow.
You know, but you bring people up here and you have to get them. You can't explain the place,
Right.
but you can experience it. Once you experience it, you know they don't want to leave. We don't want to leave.
Yeah.
And we're not.
We might be putting the Florida house up for sale soon.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I can certainly refer you to somebody. But you actually had a wonderful second home in Georgia on the river that your friends were shocked that you sold that.
Yeah. Well, we had 3 different homes in Georgia, and our goal always was to be on a lake, and we kept getting sidetracked. We ended up with a beautiful property on a pond. We ended up with a beautiful cabin on the river. And then we ended up with a stellar property that was 7 acres, beautiful house on 1,200 foot of creek front, and we absolutely loved that property. We thought, this is it. This is going to be the house we retire on. So when I sheepishly went to Krista and said, honey, we're still not on a lake, she goes, yeah, we're not. And we immediately started searching. And Krista's the one that found this house. And I know you can't see it, but there's 2 garage doors in the basement. You know, glass garage doors that open up. Winston wants to tell his story.
Yeah. Winston had other thoughts. Yeah, and that's one of the most beautiful things about your house is you've got this indoor-outdoor seamless flow, right?
But I'm not sure, had we not, you know, obviously we had called on another property that we were interested in, one of your properties, one of your listings, that was already under contract. But as soon as you two got on the phone, it was like I don't even remember. There was something about being from California and water skiing, and they were friends immediately. And so that's when we decided. Well, we had a couple other houses we had seen on Realtor.com, but yeah, I mean, the way that you immediately got involved and. Yeah, I don't know that we would have. Another realtor might not have sold us on this lake.
Wow,
as well. Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm certainly glad.
I remember Michael saying after we got finished up with lunch, dropped him back off at the airport. He says, "We're going to do something. We're going to make this happen."
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And then once we get to the lake, I mean, it's just. And we really didn't see much of the lake that day because, you know, like you said, Chris, we flew up. It takes us an hour and 45 minutes to get here. We flew up, we looked at a few houses, and we had lunch, and we flew back. We didn't have as much time as we wanted simply because we did it in a day.
Yeah.
We
had some time constraints and some weather we needed to be getting home.
Right.
But now, once we got here, you know, all the great places on the lake
so
to
many
go,
great places.
you know, for food or drink or gas or marina or beach or park or campground and cove to go hide in.
And the number of people we've already met. We've made a ton of friends already.
It's not difficult to meet folks here.
No, it's
for being here for like 2 months, we have a ton of friends already.
It's super simple. And it's just, I mean, I don't want to go back to work.
Well, I'm a big proponent of not going back to work. And we're so glad that you guys are here and so glad that you're enjoying it. And they actually have to go right by our house when they leave their house. So
go anywhere.
I always see that boat going by, and I give them a call. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to the store. Oh, I'm going here. So it's really fun to.
Yeah, we're out of milk. Gotta go to the store.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
No,
it's awesome.
We are in love with it. Not only the lake, but the people. And the people around the lake too. I mean,
everybody's been super welcoming.
So phenomenal.
Yeah, that's all. We always tell folks that here at Lake Greenwood, we're big enough you can ride around all day, not see the same thing twice. But yet we're small enough that it's really a community, and you really get to know your neighbors.
Oh, Winston. You'll get your 15 minutes, pal.
All right. Winston.
All right, time out. Come here.
The outtakes, the bloopers.
That'll be perfect for the blooper. Chez getting attacked.
Let's,
free beer
well,
for life.
I thought it was really neat. I thought it was really neat how they had about 10 of their friends come last weekend, and there's a couple parties on the lake, and they all just loaded up on the boat.
Yeah.
Got to the party, and before you knew it, everybody was friends.
Everybody had new friends.
And everybody's hanging out all weekend. That's how easy it is to make friends
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because we're all here for the same reason. We love lake life, and I mean, if you can't get lake life here, then well, you don't belong here.
That's right.
But it's so easy to befriend people here. They all have the same interests, the same central core.
Which is just a crucial thing.
Yeah.
Especially when you're coming to a new area, and to be welcomed and accepted and make friends so quickly is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we are so excited that you guys are here and look forward to hanging out and seeing a lot more of you. And glad more
Lake
than
Life
anything.
fun right behind
Lake
us.
Life. Lake Life. Yeah, see, there you go. That could be you. But super happy you guys are here, and love that you're loving life on Lake Greenwood.
Oh, I can't
Thank
even
you for all
describe
your
it.
help.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers,
We
guys.
can't even
Cheers.
describe it. Thanks, Chris. And Haley behind
Thanks,
the camera.
everybody.
Yeah.
Director.
We'll see you next time on Docktails.